Did you see that letter from the social services?
No.
I left it on the kitchen table. It's an invitation to one of their child placement open days.
When is it?
Next Wednesday. You can come.
Not all day, no.
It's important.
I know, but you know it is at the moment, Pumpkin. And from the look of Zoe yesterday, I don't think she's going to be back at work next week.
We have to go to this if we want them to take our application any further. There you are. Good looking for you everywhere. We just thought we'd have a quiet lunch on our own.
I'm going to have to get back to work, actually.
We haven't got any calls.
Paperwork.
Oh, that's just an excuse, you know, to get out of clearing up. Andy left his wet towel in a heap on the bathroom floor this morning.
My bathroom, you do what you want.
What?
Nothing.
Paddy, what should I tell them about next week?
Tell them we're coming. We'll sort something out.
Sorry if I interrupted something. No, you didn't. Do you want some pork pie?
Ashley here to see you.
Hello, Ashley. This is a surprise.
I've come about Zoe.
Right, you better sit down then.
Thank you.
So, you've just been to see her then?
Not today, yesterday. I just wondered what the doctors have said.
Well, they haven't said much at all, actually. But as I understand it, she's on the mend.
Yeah. So what's bothering you?
I think she's deteriorating. Yesterday, I thought she was perceiving the world rather oddly.
Meaning?
I don't want to alarm you, but I thought she was having delusions.
Delusions?
Seeing things or hearing things, I don't know. She was definitely paranoid, thinking everyone wants to keep her locked up.
Well, I've not seen any signs of this. Have you?
No.
She certainly wasn't delusional before she went in.
Paddy and I wondered if it might be the drugs she's on.
Don't tell me you've been telling him she's been having delusions.
He came with me to
How
see
many
her.
other people know about this?
What's going on? Why are you
The
shouting?
clinic should have informed me. How dare they hide what's going on?
You're going to have to face people sometime, you know. Not that I'm trying to get rid of you. I'm perfectly happy to be a friend in a time of need.
I'm sure I'm very grateful to you, Edna.
I hope you didn't do anything, you know, indecent when that camera was on.
What do you mean, indecent?
Well, I don't know, but people do all sorts of things when they think nobody's watching.
Well, I don't.
Because otherwise, it's hard to see the fascination. If all they're doing is watching you doing your housework, all I can say is they must lead very boring lives.
Well, let's hope I livened it up a bit for 'em when I had that smooch with Len.
I think poor Len wondered what were coming next.
Yeah, well, it's to be hoped Seth did too. I mean, he's the real villain of the piece.
Oh, he is. I've always thought that. It's no use blaming the internet. It's what people do with it.
Well, I hope you were right, humiliated.
I doubt it. You've got to have a certain sensitivity to feel humiliated.
So, you got everything packed then, Diane?
Oh, time enough for that yet. But I've got my suntan lotion and a new bathing cosy.
Oh, you must be really looking forward to it.
Oh, I am. Mostly because I'll be seeing Bernice. But a bit of sun won't go amiss.
Wish we could do something like that.
Well, you can, can't you, with all your winnings?
No, Marlon won't let us.
Marlon, I think Trisha's trying to tell you something.
What?
I'm just saying you're too tight-fisted to let us go on holiday.
Well, that's not true.
It doesn't have to cost a lot. This flight I'm getting, I only paid a couple of £100.
Oh, Marlon, it'd be brilliant if we could go and see Bernice.
Why don't you make inquiries? Getting a few prices doesn't commit you to anything.
Yeah, all right.
Won't ya?
Nearly what you started.
My internet business is right down today. You better get her back, and soon.
I want her back, full stop. And hang your internet business. Weren't such a bad thing you did, was it?
I think it was.
Dear lass, I don't know how I'm going to wangle my way out of this one.
Now, Donna.
You said you'd give me some money for some trainers.
Yes. I know I did. But what I'm thinking is that we could both go to Houghton together, because if you want to look decent for these castings, you'll need a lot more than trainers.
Why? They just turn up in jeans.
Oh, Donna, there's jeans and jeans. You'll definitely need heels, not trainers. So what about a late-night shop tomorrow?
Mum, can't I go on my own? You know what it's like when we go shopping.
Donna, this is the one time you could benefit from my advice.
But we never like the same things, you know we don't.
Oh, don't exaggerate. This is your future we're investing in, and I don't see how you can turn your nose up at it.
But I don't want you invested in my future, not like this. I mean, what if I don't get any work?
Of course you'll get work, especially when you've had a little bit of a makeover.
Charity!
What?
That damn doctor still hasn't phoned. I'm going over there.
Well, hang on a minute. What if she can't see you?
She'll see me. I'm not leaving till she does.
OK, do you want me to come with you?
If you... Yeah, would you?
Sure, yeah. I'll just go and get my bag.
Afternoon, Seth.
Well?
I just wanted to tell you, I had no say in that kiss last night. You know, when Betty grabbed hold of me.
No. I guessed as much.
Well, I thought I'd better tell you that. I didn't want you thinking I'd got designs on your missus.
I knew I was safe enough there. You're not her type.
No offence, but she's not exactly my cup of tea either.
170, please, Seth.
Have you seen anything of her since?
No, she's gone to ground with Edna.
You haven't been round to try and make your peace?
No point. She'll not be back until she's good and ready.
Not still adding up, are ya?
It comes the same thing every time. So, what I was thinking was, you can go on your own if you like.
What? You wouldn't mind?
No, not really.
No, because I want to go with you.
Isn't it time you two were going?
Yeah, come on. Time to see Edith. See ya.
Well, tell her to hurry up. It's absolutely outrageous for her to keep us waiting like this.
Mr. and Mrs. Tate.
And we're not going anywhere till we've had some answers.
Chris. Good afternoon, Dr. Cobham. I'm glad you came in. I understand you have some concerns about your sister. Would you like to come through to my office?
Did you say you were thinking of taking Tootsie for a walk?
Yes, it's about time she went out.
Will you be passing the shop?
Could do.
Only we're getting a bit low on sherry.
Already? That was a full bottle last night.
Well, it's not full now. I just thought you might want to get a new bottle, that's all.
Betty Eggleton, have you been tippling behind my back?
It's nothing to do with you, how much I drink.
It is when it's my sherry.
Oh, for goodness sake, Edna, after all I've been through, surely you don't begrudge me a drink at a time like this.
Oh, no, I'll get you sherry. But I'll go when I'm good and ready.
But why is she suffering from these delusions? I mean, is it the drugs you're giving her? Because she wasn't like it before she came in.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
You see, when people are suffering, as your sister is, they often go to great lengths to conceal it. If you look back, you may be able to identify some of this concealing behaviour. For example, had Zoe ever played the radio very loudly in the past few months?
Yes.
It's very common for people to do that when they're trying to drown out inner voices.
So she is hearing voices.
Yes. And, as is very often the case, they seem angry, vindictive voices, which are directing her to perform certain actions, which may account for some of her more bizarre behaviour.
Can't believe this.
But why is this happening? Oh, what's wrong with her?
I'm afraid it's too early to make a definitive diagnosis.
Come on, you must know something. What are the possibilities?
Basically, there are three. One is that she's suffering bipolar disorder.
What on earth is that?
Sorry, you're probably more familiar with the term manic depression. Another possibility is that she's suffering post-traumatic stress syndrome.
And the third?
Well, with behaviour like this, we can never discount the possibility of schizophrenia.
But that's terrible. It's very serious, isn't it?
The label we put on it doesn't make it any more or less serious, Mr. Tate. What matters is that your sister is in quite considerable distress. I want to help her, and it would help me if you could fill me in on your family background. It might help us to reach a diagnosis.
Of course. If you... Of course.
Not like you to have 2 bottles of sherry in a week, Edna.
I didn't know that you kept tabs on us all.
Betty's still with you.
Why? Do you want to put a camera in my house now?
How is she?
How would you be if the person you lived with violated the privacy of your home and, with the connivance of the local shopkeeper, made you a laughingstock in the village? Now, how would you feel?
It's going to take more than a bunch of flowers to bring her around, then, is it?
I should say so, and I can tell you, if Seth Armstrong were to crawl on his hands and knees over broken glass, it would make not one iota of difference to Betty.
Right, well, that's clear enough.
You tell him to stay away.
Edna!
Yes?
What about that smacker she planted on me, then?
What about it?
Were you jealous?
Oh, you do have a high opinion of yourself, don't you?
No history of mental illness in the family?
No.
Depression? Alcoholism?
No.
What about recreational drugs?
I told you no. She's a professional woman.
That doesn't preclude experimenting with drugs.
I've been pretty close to Zoe in the past, and she definitely wasn't taking anything then.
So, when would you say you first noticed that she wasn't herself?
It's been a while.
She's been talking a lot about someone called Liam.
What's she been saying?
Well, it's fairly incoherent, but she seems to feel a lot of distress and guilt.
She has absolutely no need to.
Would you like to tell me who he was, what happened?
He was an employee with a chip on his shoulder. He kidnapped me and held me hostage for several weeks. I thought he was going to kill me on several occasions. Zoe was the one that rescued me.
What happened to Liam?
Now look, Dr. Cobham, I have no idea what kicked this off. To me, it doesn't seem she's been mad since then. But the only thing I care about at this point is, will Zoe ever get back from this?
I think we can be cautiously optimistic that with the right drugs, she will, in time, be able to return to a reasonably normal life.
You don't sound very certain.
There's always a chance of a recurrence. I'm sorry.
Hiya, how'd you get on?
Very well, didn't you, Bob?
Yeah, not bad.
I'm applying for my test.
Oh, yeah, and what's Bob saying about that?
Well, we'll need to pack in a good few lessons first.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for that, and I want to pass as soon as possible, especially if we're going ahead with fostering.
Well, I have told her that she's not ready, but you know what she's like. Every other driver's got it wrong but her.
Look, at least she's in the right place, Chris. She's safe here. She's got a roof over her head, food. They can keep an eye on her.
Fill her full of drugs.
Yeah, but if it helps block out these voices...
Yeah, what else does it block out? That's what I want to know. Come on, we should be going.
Don't you want to see her before we go?
Not today. Need time to take this in. Anyway, what's the point? Sees us as part of the problem.
Then, Seth. Why you want to know I've just seen Edna?
Have you?
Yeah, she thinks you got your work cut out trying to get back in Betty's good books.
Well, I knew that, didn't I?
So if you take my advice, you'll start straight away.
What, before I have my tea?
Well, how important is it? All right, then, now, look, have your tea, but don't leave it too long. Because Edna's stoking up the fires over there, and the sooner you put a word in for yourself, the better. Oh, and by the look of it, bottle of sherry won't go amiss.
Katie,
Yeah?
have you ever had second thoughts?
No. Well, sometimes...
What?
Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I can't believe it.
Me neither.
Because, you know, when we were planning it, I didn't expect it to happen. Not really.
What did you expect?
Well, I don't know. I didn't think it'd happen for ages. But it has happened, and it's not under my control anymore. My body's doing its own thing. I just get a bit scared sometimes.
I'll look after you.
I know you will. Don't worry, I don't know why I'm getting upset. I know it will be all right.
Good deed done.
Yeah, quite enjoyed it in the end.
You had a good time. And she was so pleased to see us.
Turns out it's a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, you'll be going again then?
Oh, big inch she was dropping about that, weren't she, Marlon?
Didn't know what you were taking on, did you?
What's the news on your boiler?
Nothing. Can't get an answer out of my landlord.
Why don't you go around and see and sort something out once and for all?
Do I get the impression you want to get rid of me?
There's no point in paying rent on a place you're not able to live, is there?
I'm making a nuisance out of myself, aren't I? No, don't say anything. I can tell.
Of course you're not. We enjoy having you, don't we, Paddy?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I don't want to stay where I'm not wanted.
I only asked you how your boiler was getting on. She hadn't opened my mouth.
You can stay as long as you like, Nicola.
I don't know why you had to make out you have special knowledge about Zoe and drugs.
I was only trying to help.
Yeah, but it gave the game away a bit. About what went on between the pair of you.
No, it didn't. And anyway, maybe we should have told Dr. Cobham about that.
I think not.
If it helps Zoe. And come to that, why did you lie about your dad when she asked about alcoholism?
Because I don't think it's got anything to do with it.
Well, it might have, mightn't it? We don't know that. And what was all this stuff you were going on about Liam?
Just to say, the clinic phoned. Zoe forgot her bag.
What do you mean?
Well, didn't she come home with you?
No.
Oh, sorry, it's just when they said she'd discharged herself, I just assumed.
Oh, my God.
I knew we should have gone and seen her. I had a feeling.
Did she tell them that she was coming here?
I don't know.
Maybe we should go and see if she's back at Millbrook.
No, it'll be quicker if Terry goes.
Yeah, you stay in case she shows up here.
If you find her, don't do anything to alarm her.
I'll do my best.
I'd like a word with Betty.
Would you? Well, she wouldn't like a word with you.
Betty, are you there?
Don't shout. Haven't you made enough of a show of her?
I brought you a drop of sherry.
Don't take it, Betty. It's just a ploy. Thank you, Edna, but I'm perfectly capable of working that out for myself. Oh, well, if you want to handle this on your own... I do. Don't blame me if he worms his way back into your affections. Don't think it's going to be that easy, Seth Armstrong. It's going to take more than a bottle of sherry to pacify me this time.
I'm very sorry, look.
So you should be.
I never meant it to happen. I left that camera on by accident.
Well, why didn't you turn it off again?
Because of emails coming in from all over the world. There were hundreds of them.
A likely story.
Oh, there were. I can show you. From Japan, New Zealand, all over. Them flowers, they weren't from me. They must have been from a fan.
You're going to tell me in a minute that bottle of sherry's from a fan.
No.
You're making it up as you go along. You can't even get your own story right.
No, this is from me. It's a peace offering. And I want you to know that camera's off. And I want you back home.
Well, you can want. I don't trust you anymore, Seth Armstrong. And I never want to share a home with you. Ever again.
Hello? Anybody at home?
You know what she'd really like?
Slippers, shawl? I don't know. What do you get for someone that never goes out?
No, if we were to take her up to a cottage, give her a birthday tea up there.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Only trouble is, there's no electricity nor nothing.
So we can take a picnic, flask and that.
Could we?
Yeah, of course we could, no bother.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, Donna, if it's warm enough to go without sleeves, you don't want a cowl neck.
Didn't go too well then. No, I knew it were too soon. I should never have listened to you.
And we're not doing this because we're trying to get something off her, are we?
Well, I'm not.
No, I'm not neither. And we're doing her a service.
I'm quite looking forward to it. Do a nice chicken salad.
Trifle.
Birthday cake. Did you go and see Chris?
Yes, I did. I'm just wondering what happened because the lights are on at Zoe's.
You think they might have brought her home?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that they'd leave her there on her own.
No. Maybe they've gone to collect some of the stuff.
Oh, hello, boss. It's me. Look, she's not here. I don't think she's been here either. I mean, nothing's been moved since I cleaned up. Do you want me to have another little look round the village?
No, definitely not. You come back here and we'll decide what to do.
She's not there.
No.
Oh, Chris, how's she going to manage? I mean, if she hasn't got a bag, that means she hasn't got her credit cards or anything.
You really know how to reassure someone, don't you?
Look, Chris, this is not my fault.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just worried sick.
Well, stop taking things out on me.
I can't bear the thought of her so paranoid and out of it. And I'm scared in case she does something stupid and tries to end it all. I'm scared because I think we've lost the old Zoe forever.
Chris.